Hi buddies, I'm here today dressed up like an airmail envelope. I have recently been getting back into estate sailing. It's something I've always enjoyed, finding little precious gems in older homes and finding all of the fun ephemera and letters and postcards and things that people have collected over the years. And this summer I've been getting back into it a little bit. And last week I took a Friday morning to myself to go stand in the summer Seattle rain to go to an estate sale, and I have some fun things to show you. So I've got a bunch of postcards and things that I brought back to sell in the shop. A lot of really beautiful unused vintage postcards. But one of the things I was most excited about was this stash of airmail envelopes. I have not looked in them. I just purchased them and brought them home and put them on my little shelf here to save, to look at and read with you. So let's just get right back into it. So we have this one, which has an awesome print on the inside of it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's from Hotel El Rancho in Sacramento, California. And this one was postmarked 1954. Let's see what's inside. This is really exciting. What a beautiful envelope. It's a good thing I can read cursive. Hotel El Rancho, April 26th, 1954. Dear Marge and all, I'm addressing this to you so you can envy me for being in sunny California. Got a pretty good burn today. In fact, we are staying here today for some sun, swimming, and tonight I have a date to dinner and dance. We did get to Bend, Oregon the first night, and I got to drive from Klamath Falls to Dunsmuir. Tomorrow morning early, we leave for Palm Springs. Say hello to everybody, and hi from my little husband. Love, Marion. Oh my goodness. This is... I love this. I love reading letters from you, of course. But I also really like reading other people's letters. Got one here. I love this stamp. This one's postmarked 1946. This is really cool. There's a savings bond postmark. Oops, so it's open to the side. There we go. Little cat. Dearest Margie and girls, had a good trip back. Arrived at 1:30 a.m., 4 hours late, but Herm and my folks were there at the station. It has been so cold here that I don't even care to go outside. It is below zero most of the time. I've been feeling so rotten for the past week with the stomach flu. I know what you mean now, Margie. We will be driving back to Seattle soon. Plan to be back by the 8th if I ever get over the flu. How are things going in the steno unit? How are things going in the steno unit? Fine, I imagine. It always runs pretty smooth. Thanks to a swell bunch of girls. Enjoyed the candy on my trip. It was so thoughtful of all of you to remember me. We'll be seeing you soon. Don't work too hard. Love, Maxine. That's fun. Okay, we have one here. This one's got a lot of paper inside. It is postmarked 1946. This is a big one. Ooh, this one's a little bit hard to read. Cursive, man. I'm all right at it, but this one a little bit more difficult. Dear girls. So some of these are to Marjorie and some of them are to Marion and Marjorie. I'm not totally sure who lived there or if they were sisters or let's see. Let's see if I can decipher. I think she's writing about her kids. I must write today. Was going uptown this morning. They have sheets, but was out to Herb's, so I'm kind of tired. Must tell you about it. We had a bad start with Evangeline. They came 8 o'clock Saturday night. Well, she was here a while. She wanted Herb to take her out since Mother was here to look after Russell. I was staying home, what that says. So that was all right. But the next morning, poor Herb went out to the car to go to sunrise service and forgot to put her coat out. Poor Eve had to get her coat out of the closet, so she pouted all the way to church and back. When we got home, it was 7. Well, Herb and Charles wanted to go to White Center for the Sunday paper. Then it started again. She couldn't make up her mind if she wanted to go with Herb and Charles, so she pouted again. I'm not sure if this is a child or not. So I took Herb by the hand, told him to go if he wanted to. Well, just there, I looked up at her. Well, she was so mad, she could have thrown a dagger at me. I just said, "Excuse me," and went to the bedroom. This is quite the story. I'm going to try to read ahead and figure out what it's saying. Sounds like Herb and Russell went out to get the paper after all. And while they were gone, I made her bed and had the whole house straightened. When she came back, she says, "Thanks, Aunt Molly, for making my bed." Bullshit. Oh my gosh. This sounds like a terrible visit. There's a whole argument about whether or not they should go to church. Somebody brought over half a pound of butter. That is quite the newsy letter. It is really fun to hear about places here in Seattle that people in these letters are going to that I've been to, which is really kind of fun. I don't think this one doesn't have anything inside. It was a pretty envelope, Northwest Airlines sticker and the stamps. Oh, no letter in this one either. Also a very pretty envelope. I like the typewriter. These are cool stamps. This one's from Zurich. These were really fun. And then I picked up a few postcards and things that I wanted to keep for myself. This one, I'm not sure what the era is, but it's a postcard for Smith Tower, which is one of my favorite buildings here in Seattle. And then there was a ferry schedule from the summer of 1960, which I thought was cool. I'm going to save it and give it to my friend Kelly. Shh, I have to send it to her so that she can see what the ferry schedule was from Seattle to Bremerton in 1960. I think she'll appreciate that. And then there were some pretty ones here. Oh, this one goes over here. Some Yellowstone. The tombs of Wild Bill and Calamity Jane. This bear trying to get in a car. Calamity Jane herself. The Old Faithful Geyser at Yellowstone. This one is cool. Vista House, Dry Falls State Park, State of Washington. This one, oh, this is fun. Look at Greetings from the State of Washington. I love that. This one's from 1948. Dear kids, what wonderful weather. Believe that I am getting a tan, I hope. Been swimming and horseback riding, and in general having a wonderful time. Met some girls and men, and yes, University of Minnesota, it says, and New York student, working on Cooley Dam project. Tell you all when I see you. This is a cool one, a photographic one. Totally sure. Really cool stamps. This one is from Rusty. I'm at the top of the Austrian Alps having lunch. Going straight up the side of that mountain was something. We took 3 cars to the top, 2 cars before you get to the lower cafe. Wonder how my little skis would work here, especially when it's straight up and down. I do mean straight. More later, Rusty. And I got this one. This is Piper's Opera House, Virginia City, Nevada. And then here's some kittens. Pencil's hard to read. And then we just have some fun vintage stationery. It's really cool. So it's a velvetone screen print. Mushrooms. And a kitty, and a pony, and a puppy. Those are some of the ones that I collected for myself, which is super fun. So yeah, that's what we have for today. Do you guys like estate sales? Do you go to garage sales or estate sales and buy ephemera and snail mail stuff? If you haven't tried it, it is super fun. Usually paper goods you can buy for incredibly inexpensive. I got a huge stack of postcards and papers for $5 and I've been enjoying them very much. I kind of want to do a like a string and hang a bunch of airmail envelopes from it to decorate my home. So if I do that, I'll be sure to share it with you. So that is what we've got for right now. I'm going to end this and then start another video to open all of my mail, and you're gonna know that I filmed it on the same day because I'm gonna still look like this. But that's, you know, movie magic. So look for that. Probably next week. Have a good airmail day.
Snail Superstar.
I have recently let's just travel through the air for some sun, swimming. Let's see. Oops.